All right, here we go, one and all. This is the interview I've been longing to do. Trust me. If you were ever around track and field in the 80s, in the parish of St Thomas, especially Morant High School, you may have heard this name. You never heard that name and you were probably under a rock. This is the man who make a pack coaster bus from Morant and go to National Stadium and go make one heap of noise. This is none other than the one and only Mr. Anthony Christie, live and direct. We're in Houston, Texas. I've become the man, oh, so come get him out. Booga, welcome to the program, sir.
My respect, sir. My respect, sir. Yeah.
So, most people know you, when I say, Booga come from somewhere when you go, poor man's corner and parties.
Islington.
Tell people exactly where you're from. Which town is home for you?
Yeah, Islington is really a hometown still, you know, but we really hang out in the Norris, you know.
Oh, okay, Norris.
Yeah.
Okay. Were you born there?
I was born in Islington.
You were born in Islington?
Really, actually, Princess Margaret Hospital as usual.
Okay.
Yeah.
License. Okay.
License.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, your parents are from Islington?
Mom and dad is from Islington. Mom is from Norris, and dad is from Islington. That's
okay.
Yeah.
So foundation, yellow people.
Foundation.
Okay. So let's talk about early childhood education now. Where did your first school you attended?
Well, I attended Granspend Primary School, you know, in Albion.
What about basic school?
Basic,
you remember the basic school?
Yeah. Basic school was in RTs.
Okay.
And then I left to Granspend Primary School. You know, I was really close to Islington School, but I don't know why my dad made that decision, but I think it was a wise decision.
Granspend Primary School.
All of us went to Granspend Primary.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then from Granspend Primary to?
Straight to the Great Morant High School.
To the Great Morant High School,
Yeah.
Okay. And we're going to get into more specifics about Morant High School and all that stuff. So it was, the schooling was Granspend Primary, Morant High School, and then
Purview A&M University.
The great
Purview A&M University in Texas.
In Houston, Texas.
Producer of productive people. You know?
Yeah, we're going to get into a little bit more about Purview A&M, or maybe we can save a little bit of that for part 2. But you became a track star, huge track star. At what point did you realize you can run fast or could run for long periods of time? Because you became a very good middle distance runner, so you know you could run for long and you could run very fast.
Yeah, I was a sprinter in primary school. I was a sprinter in primary school, and my dad was my first coach. You know. Then
so it was at Granspend Primary you realized you could run fast.
Yeah, Granspend Primary.
Okay.
Yes.
So how was the transition made to Morant High School?
Well, the great late Howard Jackson. 1978, they came to Granspend Primary School. That's where I met him, and the rest is history.
The rest is history.
Yeah, that man is a legend.
Rest in peace, Jack.
Yes, legend, you know.
The amount of work that man put in for Morant High School is, you know, people don't mention him as much as they should.
Yes,
you know?
yes. That man loved me beyond, man. I don't know what he saw in me at the time, but there was something.
So he just came to Granspend Primary and saw you run and said you should be at Morant High School?
Yeah, I saw him in 78, and he said to me, Mr. Christie, there's a special place in Morant High School for you. And just continue to do what you're doing, you know. And, you know, 1979, that's when, you know, I went to Morant High School.
Okay. And like they said, the rest is history. So, when you got to Morant High School, you got there as a sprinter.
Yes.
And then you switched to the middle distance. Is there a particular reason why you switched to the middle distance? Competition was too hot at Morant High School in the sprinting?
Yeah, well, I defeated the great Everton Hamilton in primary school, my last year in primary school, in the 100 meter, the 200 meter.
Everton Hamilton, is that
mumbling? Yes,
okay.
Yes. I don't know where Face was, but, you know, you know, the boy was going to the same school, but he was there too. Because that's the first day I met Facey. My dad said, that's the guy they called, my dad pointed him out to me and said, that's the guy they called P, you know? And he was running around with a sweatband and all that stuff, you know? Yeah, so, you know, and from that day, me and him become, you know, best of friend, you know, until this day, you know?
So you were first a sprinter,
yes,
100 and 200 and so
primary champion in the 100 meter and the 200 meter before I come to high school.
But I'm saying, but what made you choose the middle distance? You became a superstar in the middle distances. What made you choose the middle distances?
The transition was made, Mr. King.
Oh, Mr. King. I heard about Mr. King.
That's That's one of my heroes, man. I can't. There's not enough word to say about that, man. You saw something in me, and it took off, you know.
Mr. King, so when you got to Morant High School, who was your biggest rival? Who was your biggest competition in the sprints?
Well, in the sprint was Everton Hamilton, Carrington Facey, you have Telfa, you have Gary Ribot, and Neil Walters.
Okay.
Yeah, Howard Gardner was also there. So,
I only know a few of those names.
Yeah,
before my time.
We had a great team still, you know. We had a great 4x1 that compete at Champs and Gibson Relay. We finished 4th and 5th in the 4x1 and the 4x2.
Okay. So class 3, the early stages of high school, you started dominating from class 3?
No, I wasn't dominating. It was Mumbley was the dominant runner at the time. Then Carrington Facey, and then it would be me, and between me and Howard Gardner.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. When I knew Anthony Christie, when I came to Morant High School, you were already a superstar. I think it was your first year class too.
Yes.
You were running the 800 and the 1500 setting all kinds of records. You know, we could always count on you to make us proud in the national stadium, whether it was Eastern Champs, Boys Champs, whatever. I guess my next question is, when exactly did you start setting records and winning gold medals? When did you start to shine on that level?
Well, my last year class 2 was I make the greatest impact, you know. When I started making that transition from the sprint into the middle distance, you know. Yeah, it was my last year class 2.
Was that 85?
It was no, it was I think it was 84.
Okay.
I went to Boys Champs and I had a discussion with Facey the other day. I finished 4th. I was supposed to make the final in the 400 meter. And I know for 100% across the line in 4th. And
they robbed you?
Yeah, they robbed me.
And they put a tone school in the position.
I've never discussed this with no one until the other day Facey come across and say, you remember that race? And I said, yeah. And he said, yeah, you finished 4th. I know you finished 4th. I was down there on the line. I know I finished 4th. But, you know, as a country school at the time, I wasn't, you know?
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, funny enough, Lieutenant Stitcher, the great DJ, I saw a story similar to that where he said he beat somebody. And because his school wasn't that popular in track and field, they put another school because he went to Tivoli Comprehensive High School.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, you know, so the corruption was always
there. It was always there, you know.
So, how many gold medals you have? Eastern Champs. We're not even going to talk about Boys Champs here. Eastern Champs.
Well, I never, when I touched class 1 in Eastern Champ, I never lose. I win first year class 1, second year and third year class 1. In about 8 and 1500. How
many records did you set at Eastern Champs?
I set all the record in the 800 and the 1500. But I didn't know that it was going to work. I could push it a little harder, but you know, things happen, you know.
Wow. I remember there was a period in time when you were representing not just St Thomas or Morant High School. There was a period in time where you were representing Jamaica. When was the first time you made the Carifta team?
1985 was my first Carifta game.
And you were a class 2?
I was class 1.
You was class 1?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
First year class 1?
No, I was second year class 1.
Oh, second year class 1.
Yeah. My first year class 1. Yeah, I get beat up with a guy named Touchy and Simpson, you know. I went to the Carifta Trials, I finished 3rd in the Carifta Trials, and at Boys Champs I finished 4th in the 1500, my first year class 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I remember those days when, you know, we would see you in the Star, or we'd see you on TV, and you're not only, you know, we're in Morant High School stuff no more. You have the green, black, and gold jersey, which is still around. It's actually right here, in a vault right here. There's a lot of medals and things going on right behind us. You know, we're in this man's living room doing what we do, man. So you know, all the accolades and the trophies are right here. You know, all the memories.
Yes.
Yeah. So You said you made the character team the first year class 1.
Yeah, second year class 1.
Second year class 1, okay.
Yeah, I went to Barbados, my second year class 1. We were winning the 800 and the 1500 at the character games in Barbados.
Which year would you say was the best year for Anthony Christie in your schoolboy track and field career?
I would say my last year. I would say 1986, even though I got beat at champs. But that was the only 2 races.
Was that year this guy named Barrett from
Ernest Barrett, yeah. He's a good friend of mine though, you know.
That boy was a problem.
Yeah. But you know what? You know, what's so Facey went to a champ. I don't know, what? He said it was Central Champs, and Facey was telling me, oh man, Barrett is training and Barrett is doing that, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. And from having a doubt in your mind, you already defeat yourself.
The seed was planted.
Yeah, the seed was planted.
It was more fun. But you know what? I remember that race. Because, you know, we always in the stand support, even if it's 15 of us from St Thomas.
Yes.
I remember that race. The thing we prayed for the most at the time, if Barrett beat Christie, we just don't want him to break Christie's record.
Yeah.
And I think you kept close.
And
didn't press him too much.
Maybe I didn't press him too much.
Because if he beat you, if you press him too much, he would have break your record.
Yes.
So we didn't want him to beat you and let you get a silver medal and break the record at the same time.
Definitely.
I remember that race very well. What's his name?
Ernest Barrett.
Ernest Barrett.
I will never forget. He's the only guy in Jamaica from that time ever beat me in the 800. I mean in the Caribbean. You know?
That ever beat you at the 800?
Yeah, that's the only 800 I lose from a real start run, you know, from 85 on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you won so many before, you can let him have that one. Okay, Mr. Barrett, you can have that one, sir.
That year we had a great team at Morant High School. Yeah. I think that was one of the greatest teams we had at Morant High School.
If you look at my notes, I'm ready to talk about that year.
Yes.
The golden year, 1986 Morant High School track and field team.
Yeah.
What do you think it was the arrival of Mr. Lenford Levy, God bless his soul, rest in peace, Mr. Levy?
Yes.
Do you think it's Mr. Levy's arrival at Morant High School that transformed, revolutionized track and field for boys at Morant High School? Because, you know, Mr. Howard Jackson already had the girl. There was always a good
The girl was always on top.
There was always a good girls track and field team.
Yes.
Howard Jackson was the man.
Yes.
But something happened 85, 86. You think it's Mr. Levy?
Mr. Levy helped to transcend to a higher place, but I think Mr. King.
Mr. King?
Yeah,
I never met Mr. King.
Yeah, Mr. King is the one who started it all, man. I'm telling you, when he left us with Warren Fraser, Deacon and all those guys, and Pod, you know, yeah, he leave us in condition.
There's a lot of aliases touring around. When we say
Rupert
Pod,
Edwards.
Mr. Rupert Edwards.
Barrington Tisdale, you know?
Okay, big up yourself, Pod in Toronto.
Yes.
So 86 was, I always tell people, I think it was the only time, if I'm remembering correctly, I'm quite sure I am, that Morant High School was placed in the top 10 at Boys Champs.
Yes.
And in my era, I don't think that has ever happened after that.
No.
It never happened before, it never happened after that.
No.
For Morant High School name to be in the top 10 at Boys Champ was something major for us.
So I always mess with Facey, you know, because, you know, Facey went to JC, even though they were cheering for me in the stand, but they came with about 120 guys, and we were maybe, for Marby, it was like 15 strong, so I was messing with them like we almost beat them, you know? Yeah. But that was the best team, man. We had a great group of youth, man. Yeah, man.
I want to ask you a question about that 1986 track and field team at Morant High School, because some of my good friends, you know, namely Mr. Kevin Ricketts, Mr. Lloyd Phillips, who are my friends, was on that track team.
Yeah.
And my favorite part of that team was the whole class 3 crew. It was Dawson Barrett, Joseph Grant, aka Jughead, rest in peace.
Yes.
Richard Scott, and the incomparable Kevin Williams.
Yes.
You know, I think, I always tell people that, you know, immigration is not always the best thing.
Yes.
Because Kevin Williams left Morant High School when he was at the peak.
Yes.
He was a great hurdler, a great high jumper, a great sprinter.
He was the best all-around on the team.
He was the best all-around on the team, and he helped put some of the points that made us the best year for track and field was put up there by you and him.
Yeah, but...
And Joseph Grant.
And Joseph Grant, you know?
Yeah.
I think those guys were feeding off my energy from the year before, from 85, you know?
Yeah.
Seeing me going to character games, and then I was the captain of the team, and whatever I say goes. You know, I never really hard-headed, but they listen to whatever I say, they will do.
Because you had so much success.
Yeah. So they listen, you know?
I want to ask you a question. Who, if you had to pick one guy, apart from yourself, was your favorite athlete in that whole team?
Oh, man. I will pick two.
Yeah. All right, I give you two.
Yeah, I would say Warren Fraser. Warren Fraser and Barrington Drysdale, yeah.
I don't remember Warren Fraser.
Oh man, Warren Fraser.
I know Barrington Drysdale.
Yeah, Warren Fraser was a beast in practice, but he just could not compete. He's the one who pushed me to do great things, you know? Yeah, he was good, man.
You know who was my favorite athlete? I have a few. Since I'm the host, I get to have more than one.
Yeah.
I have a few. Richard Scott.
Oh man!
Mind you, this is a team that had friends of mine.
Yeah.
Ricketts and Lloyd Phillips are my friends.
Yes.
But Richard Scott, to me,
the smoothest.
He was the smoothest. He had the best form.
Effortless.
He reminded me of Kerry Johnson.
It was like Kerry, my best friend. Pick up yourself, Kerry.
Let me tell you. And then I don't know what happened, but you know, I guess life happened.
Yeah, but that was one of the greatest team I ever.
And Coven was exceptional.
Coven was, it was in a zone.
And Joseph Grant was special to me, aka Jughead. You know why?
Yeah.
Jughead wasn't an athlete. Jughead was
a baller.
No, he wasn't even a baller. He was my classmate. Jughead did nothing more than was good at mathematics and get trouble. Yeah. And somebody, I think he ran in PE one day, and somebody, I don't remember who, said he should join the track team. Yeah. And Jughead became a superstar.
Good youth, man.
Going to boys champs the first year, making the finals, getting a silver medal, giving Morant High School points.
Yeah, man.
When you wasn't really a runner.
Talent, man. Talent. The energy, the vibe was right, man.
Yeah. Rest in peace to Joseph.
Yeah, big up yourself, Jughead. Rest in peace.
We see you in another life.
Yeah, man.
I want to talk about my favorite Anthony Christie race. Mind you, there are many. But the one that stays in my head, I will always, whenever I hear your name and then nobody will mention about running, I remember this one race. It was the golden year. It was the
85.
No, it was 86 boys champs.
Oh, 86 boys champs, yeah.
And like I said, it was about 15 of us from St Thomas, and we were making a whole lot of noise.
Yeah, man.
It was the last race of the championship. You remember that race?
Oh, you're talking about the 4x4?
The 4x4.
Yeah.
When you were so fancy, such a big superstar back then. You wasn't even wearing your Morant High School jersey.
Yeah, I didn't.
You were wearing your Jamaica jersey because you were already representing Jamaica at that level. Yeah. And I remember when he was warming up, the commentator was like, Anthony Christie is wearing his Jamaica kit. And we was like, excitement.
Yeah, maybe I get carried away because I love my Morant High School jersey so much. I don't know what I was thinking about, you know?
Tell me about that race. The reason why that race is so memorable to me, you ran the second leg.
Yes.
With all the big names.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken, Howard Davis from Calabar.
Howard Davis.
Was Kerry Johnson in that leg too?
No, I don't know. No, I don't remember Kerry in that
leg.
But
all the big names.
It was Dwight and Kerry got same. No, Dwight went to George's.
All the big names was in that year.
Seymour, Fagan.
Well, who was ahead of the pack? Who was pretty much right there, neck and neck with Howard Davis from Calabar?
Yeah, me. Yeah, because that race, after that race, Mr. Mills come to me. Glenn Mills. Yeah, good friend of mine. I know.
I want y'all to know Glenn Mills is the coach of Mr. Usain Bolt.
Yeah, okay? We know Glenn Mills from a 12-year old because him come from Morant and coach introduced him to us. And he came to me after that race and he said, Christie, I want you to start running the 400 too. And that's when I really, when I come to college, that's all I concentrate, the 400 and the 800, you know?
Do you think that race because you made character teams, a legendary 4x4 team. Who was on that 4x4 team, that character team that year?
Well, it was Birdman.
That's Howard Davis.
Howard Davis, Kerry Johnson, Thomas Mason, and Lyndell Patterson. But look.
Hold up. If y'all know anything about track and field in the 80s, those 4 names are like quarter-mile legends.
Yeah. But no, this Kerry no, Birdman don't know, Lyndell Patterson no, you know, Mr. Mills no. When we go to practice, until this day, when I go to practice, man, nobody could stay with me. No, none of them. When I were on the 500, no.
So whose spot you took?
Well, Kerry Johnson, a good friend of mine.
You mean the great Kerry Johnson from Camperdown?
After they set the record at the World Junior Games in the 4x4, they run 3:06. And I make it to the semi-final. I run my fastest time in the 800. I run a 150.05. Which was my fastest time, which I did not realize until a couple of weeks ago. I went on the computer and I saw it. And I got 3rd in the semi-final at the World Junior Games. And Mr. Mills came over and said to me, Christie, I want you to run at 400 meter. I want you to start the 400 meter. And I was shocked. And I said, okay, coach, if that's what you want me to do, I will do it. And trust me, I went out there and I run 45.97. That was my best. I run 45.97.
As an 800 and a 1500 meter specialist,
on the first leg.
You're running these type of times in the 400.
Yeah, on the first leg.
On the first leg.
Yeah. So I realized, you know, like on the Jamaica, where they put the junior list and all that stuff, they always put me on the 3rd leg, like they're trying to diminish what I did. But I think, you know, I run 45.97 that day. And at the character game, we went on, we broke the record in the character game first. I think we won, I don't remember what time we won, but I think I won the 2nd leg at the character game. Me, Birdman, and Kerry Johnson and Barrington. Yes, we went down and we broke the character record there.
Of all those great 400 meter runners from the 80s, for high school boys track and field, who is your favorite?
Oh,
I like Kerry Johnson.
No, Kerry's my best friend. You know, Kerry embraced me more than everybody else. Oh, I did love me too, but no, David was the man. But Kerry, no, when we didn't practice, you know, it's a different thing.
What was it about Howard Davis you like?
He's not afraid to take it out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he will take it out. He's not afraid, you know, Howard Davis, and he's not afraid. But Kerry was smooth. You know?
I remember Kerry Johnson on the backstretch from Camperdown is like poetry in motion.
Yeah, Kerry, you know.
Daniel England was somebody else too, you know.
Yeah, I heard about Daniel England still, but at them time, I beat Thomas Mason at Champs, and I said, for real?
Yeah. I think the year after you left,
the year after me,
this Daniel England guy was a problem.
Yeah,
yeah. What is your favorite, most special Champs moment? What is the moment you remember the most when you think about Champs and your entire schoolboy career?
Well, I would say in the 85 and the 800. Yeah, I remember when I come in the home stretch, I don't care which it was, you know, that was the best time. That was my favorite race.
The home stretch?
Yeah, when I come in the home stretch.
That's when the record was set for the first time?
That's when I set the record in the 800.
I was there, I remember.
Yeah.
I was there. That was very, 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 very proud moment. Something else very special happened in 1986 also. If I'm not mistaken, maybe somebody out there can correct me, I think it's the first time Morant High School sent a team to the pen relays.
Yes. Yeah, we came to pen relay and it was about 20, maybe 20 or more 4x4 team, like different section. And a lot of the people don't know, but we won the consolation section. Yeah, it was me, Rowan White, Rupert Edward.
No. Let me tell you about the team. That team, it was Rowan White, rest in peace, Whitehead.
Yeah.
Rupert Edwards, Eric Searchwell, and the one and only Anthony Christie. It was a proud moment, you know, because I have a friend of mine, his name is Errol Williamson. Big up Yakis, big up yourself. All we did was talk track and field and keep stats, and that's what we did. I remember the day when y'all was leaving for the airport, you know where the nursing station was on top of the principal's office at Marby High School?
Yes, yes.
We all just stood there and
Watch
watched
us leave
and jump in that bus. To the airport to go America to run. Like,
to America,
that never happened for Marby High School. it was exciting. It was very exciting times.
Yes.
And big ups to all those guys. Rest in peace, like I said, to Rowan White, who was a phenomenal athlete.
Man. And he was just humble. He was a good athlete and he was a humble kid.
He played football. He was good at tracks. He was just a great athlete. And, lost his life early, but you know that's another story for another day.
Yeah, great.
What was the experience like coming to America to run for Marby High School for the first time? First time Marby High School having a team going to the Premier League.
Yes, it was one of the proudest moments. You know, just to have my teammates that we practice on a daily basis, and it was very good, man.
I have a controversial question.
You still have the school record.
Okay. Yeah. I have a controversial question. That team had 4 guys and 1 reserve. The reserve was Adrian Simpson, aka Big Dog.
Yes, Big Dog. Yeah.
You know, who is a friend of mine.
Yeah.
He was set to go.
He should have been on the team.
Been on the team.
Yeah.
And then in my neighborhood, he lived right behind me.
Yeah.
And, you know, we just wake up one morning, I heard, Big Dog now, but I got for it. You know, it was devastating. What happened?
Yeah.
If it's too much of a controversy, you don't have to answer.
Well,
what happened?
At first, they were saying we didn't have enough money, you know, and you should be on the team, man. I don't know why they didn't bring him, because every other team have a reserve.
Every other team have a reserve. It was a big opportunity for him, man.
A big opportunity for him. Yeah.
And it just never happened.
It didn't happen. But you know,
issue is not some politics. I mean, we're all grown now. We ain't scared of nobody now.
Yeah, they were saying it was politics because they were saying Miss Oles should not be there. But how could we do without Miss Oles? She was our everything, man. She makes sure we get up and eat when we don't even want to eat. Because we were kids, you know.
You need somebody like that.
Yeah, we need somebody like that. You know, she was like the nutritionist. She was like a mother figure among us, you know.
We know Nikki. Nikki was everything.
Come on, she was, you know, she
respect Miss Oles.
Yeah, Miss Oles, you know.
You know, but you know, it is what it is.
It was what, yeah. But I'm sorry you didn't make it still, you know. Yeah.
Sorry, you know. One of the things I wanted to talk about is, you know, your brother.
Yes.
Who is, you know, is here with you in Houston, Texas.
Yes,
still.
he's there. Yeah.
After you left, you know, he kept the Christie legacy going.
Yes.
Because he put in a lot of work also.
Yes.
I remember him making the Carifta team.
Yeah.
But I think he made it the year when they wasn't leaving the island.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, so he didn't get to trouble.
Didn't get to jump on a plane.
Yeah.
He put in a lot of work.
He put in a lot of work.
And he kept the name going.
Yeah.
Was that something you made sure?
Yeah.
Did you like tell him, like, listen, this track and field thing is an opportunity for you?
Yeah, most definitely.
You know?
Yeah, he listened. He used to listen. He's not listening anymore.
He ran the same 2 races.
Yeah,
850.
Yeah, but you know, he's a very determined kid, man. Because I remember him running the 5,000 at Eastern Champs from Morant. And then my teammate from Carter game, that is Mark Elliott, Ifta, was trying to come around to lap him, and I go down and I start cheering my brother on, you know? Yeah. So
Mark Elliott was from St. Jago, right?
From St. Jago.
Yeah. I remember that guy. He just kept winning all these long races.
Yeah.
So, 1986, the golden year, you know, very good for Marby High School in track and field. Some of my, like I said, some of my close friends, you know, became mega stars.
Yeah.
You know, in high school, when you were a star, you could win medals in the national stadium. You're somebody.
Yeah, definitely.
You left, and you came to the United States, right here in Texas, to, what's the name of that school again?
Prairie University.
And that's, for those who don't know, that's a historically black university here in Texas.
Yes.
You were still dominating in track and field.
Yes, man. But first year in college, I was one of the best in the country. Yeah, I was on track and my name was always in track and field news, and I was running all the big invitation against the pro. I was running like the Houston Chronicle invitation, and I was running Dallas Morning News invitation. You know, I was running against the pro. My first 2 years was good.
Prairie View A&M University set a lot of records. I've seen some of the races on YouTube.
We have record that still, you know,
that still stands.
Yeah,
to this
man.
day.
Yeah, we have still record. Still, I think we're on the third fastest 4x8. And I'm talking about in America.
There seems to be, you know, this platform is about our parish and our schools, not just Morant Bay High School, but you know, Seafood, St Thomas Tech, and you know, all of that too. You know, Yalas Comprehensive. You're gonna see a whole bunch of people from all over the parish. Don't worry yourself. There seems to be, I don't know what's the right word. A connection between Prairie University and St. Thomas and Morant Bay High School, because quite a few people in this area, from where I'm from, pass through that school. Why do you think that is? What's the connection?
Well, my connection was through the McQueen's, you know, and you have Dennis.
What are the McQueen's?
McQueen from Roselle, St. Thomas. Yes.
Okay.
Because I was getting offer from University of Texas, George Mason. I was getting
a lot of offers.
Yes, when I go to the post office, I was leaving with books like this. Yeah?
A lot of people wanted Anthony Christie to come to their school.
Yes, and I came to Prairie and then I transferred to Texas A&M for a couple of days, and actually I didn't like it up there, and I went back to Prairie. A lot of people don't know that still, you know. But you know, I went back to Prairie, which I'm glad I did. You know.
Okay. One question I want to ask. During your dominance at Morant Bay High School and boys champs, you know, you were special. Everybody knew who you were. A lot of gold medals, a lot of records. At any point in time, did you ever feel the need to transfer to one of the so-called big name schools?
Oh man, at one point I was thinking about it, but I'm so happy I didn't. I was thinking about it, and then as a matter of fact, I went to Clarendon College. I went to Clarendon College for a couple of days, and they put me down with a lot of football players. And I said, man, that's not the right type of life. That's not for me, you know. And I remember I went back to Chapel Hill and took a bus straight back to St. Thomas. I came back home and I didn't want to come back to school because I was going to repeat fifth form, and you know, my girlfriend was coming to catch up back on me and stuff like that, you know. You know, so I came back to St. Thomas. Mr. Jackson was writing me every day, you know, to show the love. They saw something in me that I wasn't, you know. And, you know.
Well, thank God you didn't go to none of them
other
schools. Because your life probably wouldn't be the same.
No.
You wouldn't be wearing Morant Bay on your chest right now, like, you know.
I love Morant Bay, man.
All day, every day.
Yeah, man.
I want to get into a little segment. But before we get into this segment, there is a question I want to ask you. Because I always notice how humble you are. And even on social media, you cool with everybody. You connect with everybody. You like everybody. And I know you for a long time. From you, even the days when you live across from Morant Villas with Miss Price and Mr. Levy. You remember when I had the little white BMX bicycle, we used to come jog it down, just hang out and chit chat. You're the same person. And we're talking about damn near 40 years later. You know, you're still the same person. Is there anybody you want to thank or send some special love to for helping you along the way?
Oh, man. My dad, man. My dad, you know, we have rough times sometimes, but, you know, my dad, he keep us grounded.
Say your father's name, so, you know.
Yeah, Everett Christie, man, my dad, you know.
Okay.
For everybody that grew up around us, know he was a strict parent, but, you know, God know why he was so strict, you know. Yes, I thought it was a little bit too strict, but, you know, we came out, you know, I think God...
It turned out good.
It turned out good. Yeah. But my dad, Mr. Jackson.
God bless his soul.
Yeah, Mr. Jackson, and they keep me humble. Yeah, I remember one day I came back from Carter game and I was so excited. I would take the double at Carter game and I wear a different shirt to school. And Mr. Jackson meet me at the school gate and said, Mr. Christie, where do you think you're going in that shirt? Go back home. And he turned me back down the hill, and I went down and came back through the back gate, and I was hiding from him all day. But just, he keep me grounded. You know?
Even though you were a big mega star.
Yeah, but it makes sure, you know, yeah.
Even though you were a big mega star, the late great Mr. Howard Jackson send you back home to change your shirt. Not because you're a Christie, you can't do whatever you want at Mark High School.
Yeah, you keep me grounded, man. And you know, those people, you need those people in your life.
As we get older, we realize how special that man was, right?
Yes, definitely, definitely.
And you mentioned Miss Miller.
Oh man. Miss Miller.
Tell everybody who Miss Miller is.
Miss Miller, she was a lady that used to work in the cafeteria from Surge Island. Yeah, she was very special. She makes sure I have everything I have for lunch. I could go to her at break time and say, she said, Anthony, what do you want to eat for lunch? And she will prepare it for me to eat.
You know, I'm laughing. I remember she yelled at me one time. You remember they used to sell these Danishes? So I used to smell the dish. So I was like, don't smell the Danish!
Yeah,
but she was a nice lady.
A nice lady, man. So my life is a movement. It's a
multifaceted life.
Yeah. It's not about, you know, it's a lot of people that help me along the way and keep me grounded, you know? Yeah.
So, I'm quite sure you've seen this show before. You know, some of your friends have been here. I do a little segment called License to Choose, and we give you a couple of options. If it's both, you can say both, but you know, have you choose your favorite. Okay. At Morant High School, your favorite female PE teacher, Miss Menzie or Miss Holness? If it's both, you can say both.
Miss Menzie, no, I love her still, you know, but Miss Holness is my everything.
Yeah, Nikki's special, right?
Yeah, man, very special to me, man. Yeah, man. Miss Menzie loved me too. We know she loved me, but she was more on a different side, you know.
She's a little bit more serious.
Yeah. But Miss Holness would call me and say, Christie, make sure you're doing this, you know. Christie, make sure. You know, she was like a mother figure in my life, man. I need it, you know.
Yeah. Favorite male PE teacher, Mr. Stevens or Mr. Ritchie?
Mr. Steve, man.
Mr. Stevens?
Yeah, man.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Steve, man. Larry Phillips.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, maybe Larry Phillips was before you.
Yeah, I don't know Larry Phillips, but I most definitely know Mr. Stevens.
Yeah, Larry.
For me, I like both of them, Mr. Stevens and Mr. Ritchie.
What about Mr. Thompson?
I don't know Mr.
Oh,
Thompson.
Man.
You gotta remember, you were there a few years before
Yeah. Mr. Thompson. Well, I love them all, yeah, man.
Who's your favorite sprinter from your early days at Morant High School? Would you say your friend, Mr. Carrington Facey?
My favorite,
or you would say Mumbling?
Mumbling was my favorite. Facey was my best friend. But Mumbling was the favorite male sprinter.
Was your favorite sprinter?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Woman sprinter. Okay, Juliet was there, you know.
Okay.
But Marcia was my everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I would have you know that question was not my original question.
Yeah.
So I reached out to one person before I jump on the jet to come to Houston to talk to you and say, what one question you'd ask Christie? And that was Howard Jackson Jr. And he wanted to know if you prefer mumbling or B. So there you have it, Howard. Him prefer mumbling over his best friend.
No, man, Facey, I'm a best friend, man. Me and Facey sleep together, do everything together. But Mumbling was the best sprinter. Mumbling was one of the best class 3 runner, you know.
I heard about
Mumbling just messed up. Mumbling tried to raise him man before he win the race. And, you know, yeah.
Celebrate too early
all
the time.
Mumbling could have run 1, 2, 4. Yeah.
Okay, we're going to take it international now. Favorite sprinter, Asafa or Bolt?
Bolt, man.
Why?
Bolt have a killer instinct, man. Bolt have a killer instinct, you know.
But a lot of people say Asafa is the better sprinter form wise.
Yeah, form wise, I mean, Powell look good, but I mean, Bolt is
Bolt to kill you when it's time to get killed.
Him have a killer instinct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shelly or Elaine?
Shelly, I'm my girl, man. I love Shelly, man. Shelly. Elaine. a little beast, man. But Shelly, you know, we just love Shelly.
There's something about Shelly and Fraser Price.
It's just the way she smile and the way she get along with other people.
She's charismatic. She's cool. She's likable. And she can sprint.
Yes.
I mean, even when Shelly lose to Ilian, I still love Shelly. I don't know. I don't understand.
Yeah, man, Shelly, we love Shelly, man. Shelly try to make, you know, me like when she go out and she, you know, Shelly, my girl, that's.
Well, listen, Christie, we could sit down here and talk to you for days about different things in life. You know, we had a whole bunch of conversations before. You know, we go way back like car seats, as they would say. You know what I'm saying? You know, I was a little kid who used to come around and hang out with, you know, Jughead was my friend. And at one point, Jughead lived with you and Miss Price. You know, so that's how far back we go, man. You've never changed. But I don't think... You know, one of the reasons I start this platform is like I want to see my people who did some great things. You know, in this YouTube space, you know. And if you're watching this for the first time, you know, subscribe so we could build a channel. And if you watch before and didn't subscribe, that's actually illegal. The FBI will be coming to your door.
One of the things them all they talk about still, you know, they don't talk about the Panama silver medal at all. But I'm the one Jamaican until this day. Ever receive a medal in the 800 in the Pan Am game.
In the Pan Am game?
Yes. We have a silver medal in the Pan Am game. And a 5-character gold medal and a Pan Am silver medal.
You have 5-character gold medals?
Yeah, I have 5-character gold medal.
How many champs gold medals you have? Let's start with the individual champs, Eastern champs. How many gold medals you have? Can you remember?
I would say Eastern champ I would have about 6 to 7 gold medals because I remember I think we won the 4x4 one year.
Okay. Boys champs, how many gold medals?
Boys champs have 2 gold, 1 silver, 1 bronze.
That's a whole lot of damn medals.
Yeah.
Listen, on behalf of everybody in the 80s, you know, there were moments that we will never forget. It wasn't just you.
No.
It was you.
It was a group of us.
It was you. It was Kevin Williams. It was Joseph Grant, Richard Scott, Kevin Ricketts.
Yeah.
And you know what? Something dawned on me the other day when Prairie won the gold medal for Jamaica.
Oh man, yeah.
I was saying to myself, you know, yes, he took it. To gold medal, Olympic gold medal. You can't get no bigger than that.
No, the biggest thing in the world. Yeah.
But I was thinking to myself, I wonder if he knows that the hurdling legacy from Port Morant, Kevin Williams, Rowan Evans, big up yourself, Rocco.
Yeah, man, Rocco is small. Yeah.
You know, it's just like, Port Morant seems to be a special place. Juliet Cuthbert is from Port Morant.
Legend, that one.
You know, even in soccer, Jermaine Hugh is from Port Morant. Port Morant is a very special place. But I was thinking about, you know, great hurdlers from Port Morant that Hansel maybe don't even know. He's too young to know those people, right?
Yeah.
And I just want to say, man, salute, you know what I'm saying? Big up to, you know, everybody that helped you.
Yes.
I want to...
Many people, you know?
You know, we live in an era where, I don't know if it's just an era, I think it's just life. You hear more about a person when they're gone.
Yeah.
One of the things I want to do is highlight my parish, my school, my people. And give them their flowers while they're here.
Yes.
I don't want to wait till you're no longer here.
Yeah.
People tell you how great you were on social media.
Yes.
You know, so I'm telling you that you were our superhero in the 80s, along with a bunch of other people.
Yeah, man.
And I took a jet to Houston to sit down with you. You know, I figured the virtual Zoom thing wouldn't work with this.
Yeah, but I still want to reach out to Marcia Brown and the Carol Brown and then people that was.
Well, help me find those people.
And Mary Francis. Those people were wearing the Jamaica jersey before going to carve the game, coming back to school in the Jamaica jersey. They were, you know what I'm saying? They were the face of.
I wasn't around. I hear about all those people.
Yeah. Mary Francis.
You know who I would want to talk to? This is a girl that a lot of people don't remember.
Andrea
James?
Andrea James.
No, man. Don't worry about Andrea James. Don't worry about Andrea James, man. Me and Andrea James live in the same vicinity. Andrea, big up yourself. You might see Andrea on this platform one day.
Yeah, what a good girl.
Barbrick Sparks. You remember that girl?
Yeah.
She come from up a Bath, I think.
What happened to her? It's been years.
Barbrick Sparks. was one of the smoothest, best sprinters I've seen.
Yeah.
Or something along the way.
Yeah.
I don't even know where she
What about
is.
the two sisters? What them name again?
From where?
Oh man, Isilla, Willie. Isilla? Yeah, it was Isilla and her sister. They were two. We had some great athletes, man.
Yeah, I don't know who those are.
I wasn't even close to those people.
Maybe you could help me find them.
Yeah, man, we had a great team and we get along.
So I'm saying this to say, because we got to wrap, you know, people were winning gold medals from St. Thomas for Jamaica, you know. You know, you have Albert Lawrence, who is from my hometown.
Yeah.
You know, you had Juliet from Port Morant, who did it big, and then you know, Parchment did it in recent times.
Yeah.
You know, and that's great. You know, they took it to the highest level. But in our time, Anthony Christie was our superhero. Yeah. So I'm here to salute you and give you your flowers while you're alive.
Pleasure. Thanks a lot, my brother.
God's richest blessings.
Yes,
see?
My brother. Respect. Right. Yeah.
And in that case, we out. Don't forget to subscribe because we're just getting started. You hear me?
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Respect.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Check out our website, thereallicense.com. Join our exercise program, Movements of Ja People. See you next time on The Real License, the only show that's licensed for real.
Yeah, you heard what my baby said.